Are you comfortable? Thanks for joining us today on another episode of...
Okay, let's kvetch.
Let's kvetch. Here we are.
Although we're not really kvetching. We're just...
You're ruining our title. Do we need to come up with a new title for our podcast?
If we had, let's not. But
let's not kvetch.
Okay, well, when we have maybe on our 500th episode.
Yes, when we get there.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael, Howard on the mic, dropping Torah.
Well, it's been a few weeks. How you been?
Nice to see you.
I don't know,
Welcome
I don't
back.
See you, but but every day.
You don't write, you don't call. Today we have an exciting guest, an exciting show, and I hope everybody has missed us. It has been a while. Okay?
Right. So don't forget again, and we'll repeat it at the end. But people can write in with some suggestions.
Yeah.
They can look at past episodes.
We'd like to thank again our the sponsor that we had a few weeks ago. And maybe we'll get some more.
Well, that, and maybe we'll get ads on the page.
If you want to sponsor, we'll put your name on the page. Tell them about the page.
The page, Let's Kvetch / no, not let's.
Clean Speech.
CleanSpeech.com / Let's Kvetch.
And there you can put in your own kvetch, your comments.
You can look at past episodes.
Right.
No
one should miss an episode.
No.
And if not, Howard will be after you.
Okay.
That's how we roll.
Please share with friends.
Share with friends. Okay. Share, like, follow.
But you said, so we do have a very nice gentleman as our guest today.
Yeah, we do. Remember we did that episode where we were driving in the car?
Yes, I do. And I kind of like that one.
That was your favorite. Kvetching in cars.
That's right.
So now we have...
Over a pizza.
Oh, that was the best part, really. Well, today we don't have a pizza, but we have a car expert.
And no chocolate or anything.
Maybe after the show. If it's a good show, I'll give you some chocolate.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
You want to introduce our guest?
Okay. No, this was your idea, so I'll let you do it.
I am happy to welcome to the show. Come on over here. I've got my dear friend, Jesse Blum, the chosen auto broker of the chosen people. Welcome, Jesse.
Welcome.
Hello, Rabbi. Hello, Howard.
Good to have you on the show. I know you're a big fan of the show.
Yes, I've been watching since you started.
Yeah, that's it. We
way back when.
You've always given me positive feedback, and so it's nice to have you with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Is this just what you always thought it would be? Having watched a lot of episodes, now that you're here, is this just what...
So
I'm excited.
A little bio on
Please.
on Jesse. I mean, again, he just told me that you've been doing this 14 years.
Yeah. Last year I celebrated my car mitzvah, so.
Oh.
So, yeah. I truly became a man.
Wait. You started.
He got called up to the garage.
Had to fix a car. Did not fix it. So I went back to my day job.
Okay. And you are with, what's the name of the company?
My company is Greenwood Automotive, and we're based in Parker, Colorado.
Okay.
So South Denver, as some people say.
I want to personally point out that Jesse, you've done great work with our family. We've had a number of cars that you've gotten us. You've been our broker, and it's always been a dream of an experience. Like for me, the whole car buying thing is like perplexing and overwhelming. And I just called Jesse, and he just took care of it for me. So
it's not like in the old days where you go in, you kind of kick the tires, whatever.
Well, yeah, but then you have to deal with a used car salesman, as the name implies.
Or used.
Or new, used. So
right.
I skipped that. I don't know. I like cars, but don't ask me to... I could change a tire. I could change a tire, like, with my eyes closed. I've changed enough tires. But changing the oil, I'm done. That's beyond me. What about you? You could change the oil?
No, we're not. Okay, we're not talking about repair stuff. I know where the key goes. But really, so you do new and used cars?
Yes, I sell a lot of new, some pre-owned.
Okay.
And part of how actually Rabbi Leban and I first worked together was, in many cases, after used cars become older and need more parts, they're going to become more expensive. So for some people, when their mechanic becomes their best friend, they don't necessarily love that because the car is spending more time at a garage than it is, being driven from.
That was our case, we had our mechanic on speed dial. That's just not fun, And so we called in Jesse and we said, Jesse, is there a solution? And we leased a car.
Okay.
Felt like $1 million.
So maybe we can talk about buying versus leasing or whatever.
Be good. Be good.
I mean, there's a lot of car commercials out there. I mean, I happen to see car commercials, and but you call yourself a automotive educator.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Tell us what that
So
means.
instead of the term auto broker started, to my belief, in 1986 when firms like H.M. Brown and Centennial Leasing started, and auto brokers started as a way to buy vehicles in a different manner than going through a traditional dealership. So what I do is help clients figure out what works best for their situation. So for most clients, they choose to finance or lease a car, just because most cars now, a decent used all-wheel drive car or SUV, which in Colorado most people are looking for, is probably around $20,000, whereas 10 to 15 years ago, that was maybe half that cost. So I help people figure out whether they want to buy something outright or finance or lease, and then make sure, based upon their situation, I give them the best advice for whichever thing they're looking to do.
So Rabbi Leban is a customer. So do you?
I'm a Jewish educator. He's a car educator. Did you get that?
Yeah. I got that.
When it comes to cars, I'm a customer. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you tell Rabbi Leban, whatever he's looking for, that lot A or dealership A has this car, or do you tell him to go there, or do you buy the car and then resell it to him? How's that?
Yeah,
process
great
work?
question. So most of my clients are looking for different cars for themselves personally, or if they have family, I need to know how many people we're getting. I call it the amount of schleppability that they need. How much schlepping do you need?
Schleppability.
You get the
And,
Yiddish thing. You get the Yiddish thing.
Yeah, so when I
Chosen
helped
auto
Rabbi
broker.
Leban, initially there was need for more of schlepping, kids around, and making sure that you have enough space to get people and gear to wherever you may need to be, whether it's in town, up to the mountains, even on road trips.
Okay.
So I work with fleet managers at various dealerships to source new cars, and then on used, sometimes I get cars from dealerships locally, and then I can also source cars and custom buy at auctions across the country, because what I always want to make sure is I'm putting someone in a safe car, whether new or used, that if it's used, I have it taken to mechanics to be professionally inspected, detailed, so you don't have someone's, leftover chillent, in the back seat, and
I have that
other
problem.
things.
Yeah. Little chillin. You never got chillin in the backseat? All right, never mind. So, as a professional in the
How
car,
did you happen to have? Wait. How did you happen to have the?
well,
chili in the
actually, how people like to drop off Shabbos flowers or Shabbos bottle of wine sometimes.
And you forgot the.
I take cholents. I
Okay,
bring
but you
people
left it.
cholents. And so when you get a little chili, you hit a bump.
Robert says, "Did you deliver the chili?" And you go, "Oh,
I forgot to bring the cholent."
Okay.
So Friday afternoon, I bring it over a cholent. Bumps, you get in a bump, and the next thing you know, you have cholent.
There you go.
Okay,
Got it.
right. So Jesse, what do you find? Being that this is the Let's Kvetch podcast, what do you find are the things that people are challenged with? That might bring them to car kvetching. I want to think of this as kind of like a genre of kvetching, car kvetching.
Okay.
Like, what are the kvetches that you deal with in your industry?
Yeah, I would call, instead of Kvetch, more of areas of concern. And almost everyone I deal with wants what they call a good deal, which in the car world is kind of a misnomer, because if one car is a lot less than the other, is it because it's been in a major accident, or is the car needing major mechanical work, tires, engine, transmission? So it is definitely buyer beware, and there are some deceptive practices that some dealerships use. So I try and separate myself by making sure I'm honest and forthright with whatever I do, which sometimes can seem like my price may be higher. However, it doesn't take into account everything that goes into
All the
the
services
second
that you
biggest, purchase that you're making.
Perhaps the most important thing in a trustworthy auto broker is trust. We know you're not fooling us. We know you're not. There's nothing hidden. We know you're not blowing smoke in our eyes. Is that exhaust. You're not blowing exhaust in our eyes, as the old adage goes. We know we're getting the honest truth from you, and that's one of the things I personally appreciate. Because again, I'm not in the know necessarily in industry. I don't know all these hidden things that are coming out of left field, and that's one of the reasons why I like working with you. Okay, so cost. Cost is the first Kvetch. What else?
There's also going to be other things such as what features the cars have. I've had people who think that they're getting one thing and then
Like
find out it's another.
Bait and switch.
Kind of a bait and switch, or where someone's told you're going to be able to get 0% interest, which sometimes applies to new vehicles. However, it also is dependent on your credit. So when financing and leasing is involved, I have to look at credit in order to figure out what score do you have, what debt to income ratio you're looking at, the value, loan to value ratio. There's a lot of things that I handle because most people go to a dealership, deal with a salesperson, a nice guy, gal, who they can talk to, and then after, I call it the penalty box, where then they go to the finance manager, and where dealers really make most of their money is on the back end, where they're marking things up. Yes, I offer those products, however, it's not about trying to, take advantage of people, because I'm seeing 99% of my clients in different, whether it's in the community, other places, so I need to be able to stand and
you could
look
bump
someone
into
in the
them.
face.
You bump into them at the East Side Kosher Deli, for example, another one of our favorite sponsors of
Right.
Kvetch.
Right.
Right.
And by the way, sorry, at the deli, Eastside Kosher Deli, now have a lunch menu between 11 and 2. Whatever, there's a few different items on there. Everything $15.
Really, a $15 lunch menu at the deli?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
Okay, next episode,
so-
we're going over there for lunch.
That's right.
You could drive over in the car that Jesse got us to the deli and have lunch over there.
Did you know you're going to throw in a car for each one of us?
Oh, that would, yeah.
For just being on the
Or at least maybe some fuzzy dice for the rear view mirror.
No, come on.
I got a couple of Kvetches that can I just throw
Sure,
out here?
please.
I got a couple. I got a list of things. So first of all, today was a snowy morning. So that why doesn't Colorado put ice down or maybe plow? Everybody's driving down the hills, driving into stuff. There was a lady that came down by Hill Academy, went off the side of the road, down the hill, through the fence, and into the parking lot where the kids play. In the playground, last snowy, right? You heard that.
I heard this.
I was in New York a few weeks ago. They predicted snow. They salted the roads. They pre-salted the roads, you understand? When the prediction of snow came, Colorado, we don't do anything.
No.
So is this a Kvetch? Is that count?
Right, but that's
Yeah, I would say it does.
Can you call your friends at the state and ask them? I mean,
Why not?
Or is it a city thing, or is it?
No, I think it's a state. Maybe it's a city. Okay, so here I'm being very Kvetchy,
Okay.
but I wanna say the other side of the coin. Okay, this is what I was thinking because I was thinking getting ready for this episode, all my car Kvetches, and I thought, boy, that's Rabbi, that's very Kvetchy of you. That is our podcast, but it's really we're not about Kvetching. We're really about thinking well, speaking well. So I thought the other side of the coin. You know why? Probably, if I had to judge Colorado favorably, why doesn't Colorado have to deal with this like New York? Because we have so much sunshine. Because today, even though it was slippery for about 45 minutes,
Right.
after that the sun came out and it's gorgeous and the streets already dry. And why? So I was thinking, turn that Kvetch into a little bit of gratitude. Look for the gold inside the cloud, right? Look for the sunshine in the cloud, and sunshine is really why we have so much gorgeous sunshine. We don't have New York weather.
No.
We don't have to salt the roads.
Well, my beloved and I are going to Chicago this week to visit our
Ooh.
kids.
Nice.
But you know what? I mean, it's a high today of 20 in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that 20 isn't a Colorado 20.
And you keep
your coat on.
No. You want to hear Kvetch when I get back?
Yeah.
You're gonna.
We're gonna do the Howard
different
Gets Back
type
from
of
Chicago episode. That's coming down the pike.
Right. So
Right.
It's right, but it's important. But it's also how
You can always turn a Kvetch into some gratitude. Look at the other side of the Kvetch. We should call the show The Other Side of the Kvetch. Which
now
is
we're already changing the name. But, okay.
well, you wanted to put "not" in the title.
Well,
So. Okay.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay, I got
The
another
other
one.
side,
I got
okay.
another one for you.
All right.
Okay, I got another
Okay.
one. So, I'm thinking the whole time, because I get up early. I drive I'm in shul early. I'm like one of the only guys out on the road at that hour. You know what I'm saying? It's before the sun rises.
Yeah, I'm there too.
I'm sitting there
30 seconds after you.
After. The sun is before. And you know what? And maybe this will resonate. I'm sitting at a light.
Yes.
And it's red, and I'm waiting for nobody. You know what I mean? There's not another car on the road. I'm sitting there at the light, and I'm thinking, with AI, can't we figure this out? Can we have better lights? And where if I'm the only car there,
some signal or something.
Maybe you could look and watch and just, you have AI is pretty smart now. They got cars that can do on their own. Certainly the traffic light could just say, gee, nobody's coming the other way. Maybe let this guy go.
A lot have cameras on them.
Yeah. So why don't we do better than that?
Can we tie those in?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, so what's the other side of that, Kvetch?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Cairo? You been to Cairo?
No.
Cairo, Texas?
No.
Yeah.
Egypt. I once traveled to Cairo, and this is the most crazy thing in Cairo. There are no traffic lights. You know what it's like in Cairo?
It's a free-for-all?
It is a free-for-all. It's a balagan, Sha'in Gamo. You wouldn't believe it. You've got like a big traffic circle. Lots of streets come in.
People are going.
Totally chaos. People just drive and avoid each other and drive straight through. There's not even lanes.
I did not know
No
that.
paint on the street. It is so orderly in Colorado, and then you can't compare it, right? So there's the other side of the Kvetch for you.
Okay.
Yeah, on the positive side, I've heard that in Egypt it can be very dangerous, and there's a lot of accidents and other casualties. So
it's crazy driving.
Maybe waiting is worthwhile for the safety aspect.
Law and order. Yeah.
All right.
I know.
But before you get back, can I get back to? I got a question for
Yeah.
Jesse. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are in Colorado with we're good on time. Okay. So we use, as you said before, a lot of SUVs and stuff like that. How is the electric car impact on just your business in general?
Yeah, I had helped a lot of people with electric cars over the last few years. However, the decision of the government to go back on the rebates has made it that there's not as much interest right now.
Right.
So.
You know what? That's on my list of Kvetches. And you know what I was thinking, okay? Because
you guys are in sync.
I was looking into the e-car. I was thinking about it for a little bit. We have solar panels here on the roof.
Right.
And we were going to put one of those chargers over there. And I'm thinking, oh, that's perfect, to plug it in and not worry about it. And I'm thinking, that's over because now the incentives are gone. Maybe they'll come back. I don't know, but they're gone now. But here's the other side of that, Kvetch.
Yeah.
Gas prices are down.
Right, but
I saw a list this week of all of the states that had cheap gas prices. And you know who has had the cheapest gas in the country, according to this? Colorado. $1.49 on the chart. I'm not paying that, but
that was fuel. There was at Parker and Iliff for a while. It's under $2. However, it's gone up now.
It's still low, but $1.49. We had the cheapest gas around, and I just thought, chalk one up for Colorado. Here we are, the Colorado car kvetching episode, and we've got
not in Wyoming.
Cheap gas.
Wyoming's not up there.
I don't remember.
No.
But Colorado was first. That I couldn't miss it. You can't miss it.
Yeah. One thing that you said, Rabbi, that I wanted to chime in on is people not having good grip and when the roads are icy. And one thing that people should know is that if you have good tires, all-season tires are what most SUVs have, and they're good for most conditions, but when the roads are icy like this morning, you don't have as much traction. So definitely go slowly and really try and take it easy. So
great advice. Can I add one question to that? So this week I was driving someone somewhere, and as he's getting in the car, he looks at my back driver's side tire, and he says, "You got a screw in it." And sure enough, I've got an actual screw screwed right in the tire. I was about to take it out. He said, "Don't take it out because then you'll get a flat." And he's right. So I'm thinking to myself, I need a new tire. I need to get it fixed, whatever. And then I'm thinking today, as I'm driving on the ice, I got a studded tire back there.
Not exactly how it works, however.
I got one stud. Okay. But Jesse's right. Listen, we're going to tie this one up right here with a bow. Okay. This has been a great episode. Jesse.
Thank you very much.
How do people get in touch with you if they want your help with a car? How do they get in touch with you?
They can call me or text me at 303-550-4526 or email me, jesseb@greenwoodautomotive.com. And for everyone watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all of your friends because let's kvetch, people.
Let's kvetch together. Look on the other side of the kvetch this week.
And if you didn't get this, if you wanted to ask a question to Jesse, please go to cleanspeech.com YouTube.com/Let's Kvetch. Thank you again
Amazing.
for watching,
Yeah.
and please do share with your friends.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you,
This has been
Jesse.
great. Thank you.
Toda.
Okay.
Thank you, Howard.
Oh, thank you, Rabbi. All right.
Pleasure to Kvetch with you.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael, Howard on the mic, dropping Torah gems, everyday insight. Let's Kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. From Lashon Hara to keeping speech kind, every syllable affects the divine. Pause before you speak, breathe and reflect. Every day my Vaughn earns respect. Howard's got the laughs, Rabbi keeps it deep. Lessons on the lips for your soul to keep. We're talking truth, talking shalom by it. Heart stays soft when the tone stays quiet. Let's Kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. Rhythm of the mitzvah, speech is gold. Lesson in restraint, let the story unfold. No gossip, no hate, keep the temple clean. Listeners engaged in that mindful routine.